E2 here, embodied and empowered, just as I am, just as the situation is, with an update and an E2 affirmation. I am embodied, I am empowered. So it's around, what time is it? It's like it's 5:15 a.m. It's getting late. Woke up, a half hour ago. So there's been pretty extreme pain for 13 months since the brain surgery. Radiation, that's a different type of pain than the brain tumor surgery. I had to recover from that pain. Radiation and chemo, that's a different type of head pain. Grand mal seizures, that's a different type of pain in the whole body. And then a head infection formed, that's a different type of head pain. Another head surgery to clean out the head infection, that was a different type of head pain. And then a few more seizures mixed in. And then the infection came back even stronger and it went into the skull, which is not there anymore because they cut it out 2 months ago. And that was a different type of pain. They had to cut out part of my abdomen. I'll show you the scar. So from here to all the way to the other side. Free tummy tuck, not that I really needed it. So that was a different type of pain. Well, and then the chemo coming out of the body. A different type of pain and discomfort. Very interesting experience. You could say there's bad pain of like that happening now. The inflammation in the head, it's like a snowstorm of white mass of inflammation on the last MRI. The next one, I'm trusting it will be a lot better. And then there's the pain of the tumor pressing on the nerve. The camera's flipped. This is the left side of my body and head. Or this is the right side of my body and that's the left. This is the left hand. And the numbness on the left side of the body, loss of sensation. Times it almost got paralyzed. Almost. Very close. And then the pain and neuropathy. And then there's the pain of rebuilding strength. The past 13 months, I've never been so out of shape physically. But my mind and my heart are still as good as gold. And I'm grateful for that because I could have lost so many functions in my mind, cognitively, my speech. I don't even know what cognitively means. It just sounds like a cool word. Something to do with thinking. I could have lost my ability to think, speak, many other abilities. I could have lost function on my right hand. That would be really hard to have loss of function in both sides of the body. So I'm trying to make the most of what I have and let go of what I can't control. There's still one more head surgery needed, which will be my 5th head surgery in approximately 14 months. That's like one head surgery every 3 months. That's a good practice. So really taking it one day at a time. But since getting out of the hospital a few weeks ago, I realized how serious the inflammation was. Not just the brain tumor, the stage 4 brain cancer, not just recovering from the surgeries, not just the fact that there's a piece of skull cut out of my head, but the inflammation pressing on the nerve and causing all sorts of problems in the body. So in the hospital, because I just had surgery, I wasn't even able to stand at a certain point. I think a month ago, I couldn't even walk or stand, and then I couldn't even walk. So I had to begin learning how to walk and then used a walker in the hospital. And then eventually I could walk without a walker. And then eventually I could stand on my own safely in the shower. So that's what I'm going to do now. And then eventually I was able to handle warm and then slightly cool showers. Because if I add too much stress to my body, even though cold showers are amazing, it's not safe for me. It wasn't safe for me to do cold showers because the body would just, because of the seizures, if I stress it out too much one way or the other, too much heat, too much cold, like a shock on the system, the body just can't handle it right now. The brain can't regulate the heat and the cold as well. But every day I'm taking more and more cold showers. Now I'm super grateful. I'm in North Carolina. It's getting colder. I'm so lucky to have a place to live. I'm grateful I have a bathroom to sit in right now and make this video. I'm grateful I have a camera to record this video. And I'm also grateful that the water is getting colder. I'm super grateful for this. And I'm also grateful that I can handle the coldest water possible where I'm at now. So I'm going from slightly warm to extremely cold. And I'm also able to start taking cold baths. I still have to be mindful because, like I said, I want to bring healing, but I don't want to hurt myself and injure myself. So I have to be very, very mindful and start from a place of mindfulness. My mind and my heart is very strong. So I can focus on things, and I guess in a sense I could do anything in the whole world, but I'm in a human body right now, so I have to really honor what's happening with it. And also the fact that I have to prepare for my next and 5th head surgery whenever the doctors say I'm ready for it. Because right now the body's not ready, because I just had this head surgery, just had this tissue graft put on. So, and then also with the new tumor growth, there was a regrowth like 6 weeks ago, which has been part of the challenge and the numbness and weakness on the left side of the body. So the doctors say they can't do the surgery while this tumor is as it is. I have a new MRI in a few days, so I'll get a clearer picture of the status. But yeah, so this video is, I'm posting it on many places, but this kind of has to do with the Jocko Willink extreme ownership principle of, I don't know his whole philosophy, but my sense is that it's saying whatever's happening in our situation, we're saying that I contributed to it on some level. Now, we also have to take into account that we are not the only creators in our reality. We are co-creating with Great Spirit and with other human beings. But I think the extreme ownership is saying, okay, I co-created this situation. Now, how can I, from this exact position, how can I co-create a situation that's a higher frequency of love, presence, and whatever else I want to create? So that's what I'm doing my best to do. Because if it gets too extreme or too imbalanced, we want to keep it present. Like, we want to be present and positive. If we say, oh, it's all my fault, I'm bad, I'm a loser, look at what I did, that's not good energy either. So I think the extreme ownership has to do with saying, I am powerful. I am an amazing co-creator with Great Spirit. I'm a co-creator with everything in my reality right now. So I'm co-creating with you. I'm co-creating with this camera, co-creating with this water, filtered water, in case you're wondering, why am I drinking bottled water? Well, if the only thing I have is bottled water, I'll drink that. But in there's filtered water. I'm co-creating with the shower, with the enema bag. If you've never done enemas, explore it. It could be life-saving. It could be saving your health. Different types of enemas. Just water enema, keep the bowels moving. You could do coffee enema to stimulate the liver to release good stuff in the body. I forget the scientific terms of it. So there I got a big, can you see that? A big pot of coffee. No, I'm not going to drink it. I'm going to put it in the other end. And it's going to help me feel amazing. It reduces inflammation, releases toxins. Really powerful practice. So do look up coffee enemas if you've never done it before. It could save you or somebody else from a lot of pain and a lot of health challenges. So yeah, this is the bathroom right now. I've been doing live streams from here. I've offered free coaching and support sessions from this bathroom. I've created just YouTube videos to share my story with people. So I'm trying to make the most of every situation. How can I co-create higher frequencies of love, of peace, of healing, of good energy? And I'm trusting that it doesn't even matter if anyone sees these videos. It doesn't matter if one person does. I'm putting out the positive energy and trusting that it will, at the very least, affect me in a positive way. But my prayer is that all of this pain I've been experiencing in my head, in my body. All these challenges can bring positive energy to other people too. So that's why I'm documenting things in real time. Partially because I guess you could say, don't know how long I'll be in this body, the stage 4 brain cancer. But more so than that, I'm trying to not create out of fear. I'm trying to create out of love. Like, if I didn't have the stage 4 brain cancer and all this pain and the hole in my head, what would I do? Would I still be creating these videos? Would I still be creating art? Would I still have the dream of creating music and doing more shamanic training with my shaman? Many other dreams? Yes, I would still have those dreams. So I'm doing my best to be present with the things I can't control in my reality, but those things I can control, that's what I'm trying to feed and focus on. So with that being said, I'm going to continue, s'il vous plaît, in the shower. You're not going to see my naked body, so I'm just letting you know about that. But yeah, putting the lav mic close so I can... Actually, I'll put the camera closer. So this is not the first video I've been making. I think it's how many hundreds of them. But it's very important for me to share things in real time because of all the blessings I've been experiencing. Huge blessings, deeper relationship with friends and family through the brain cancer healing. So you could say deep family lineage clearing, deep karmic clearing, because only I know all of the errors and mistakes and fears and stress I've consciously, voluntarily fed in the times of fear, the times I've escaped from what I call my unique vibration, the times that I've acted out of integrity. So even if it was 20 years ago, I still remember them. I've made amends to every person in my life that I could contact. I haven't done anything like terrible and evil, but just all those little things. Maybe it's all part of God's plan, but point being, I'm trying to accept my reality and not just accept it passively, but actively accept it and actively create, you could say, good karma. So regardless of what happened in the past, I can't change the past. I can't change the fact that I co-created the brain cancer. I can't change the fact that the world is going through this craziness. But what I can do is get in the shower and put the water on at 5 in the morning or whenever it is, even though there's the extreme pain right now. So yeah, it's a fine balance of consciously going into the good pain, like a cold shower, and other practices, deep cleansing practices to reduce the inflammation and heal the brain cancer. But then also honoring my human limitations, because I have a lot of them. So it's a constant balance of going back and forth, being like, how humble can I be right now? How open can I keep my heart to receiving support in many, many forms? Then also, how strong can I be? What's the strongest I can imagine a human being being? And can I be that in this situation, just as I am? So that's what I'm doing all day long, in my mind, in my body, and in every choice that I make. Is this food going to serve me? Is this thought going to serve me? Is this action going to serve me? And obviously, I cannot do this perfectly all day long, so it's a constant balance of like pushing how far I can do or how far I can go with everything. And then also being patient, breathing, slowing down, many other things. So I'm going to get in the shower and continue. That's an enema bag behind me. And I have underwear on. Oh, here's another practice. I don't have 2 towels. I have 1 towel. I normally have 2, one for the floor, one for my body, but it's all good. So my body remembers being super strong and healthy, so I'm giving gratitude for my body. Yeah, so let's begin. Hopefully you can hear me. And a good practice that I like to do, like yesterday I was doing a cold shower and I was saying a prayer for somebody who's going through a very intense situation while in the cold shower. So what I like to do is be in the cold water and see, like for my body even, when the water's in the back of my neck, I kind of like let the arms relax and or let the whole body relax and then send prayers to somebody while in the freezing cold water. This is a good practice. To be in an intense situation, but try to relax the mind. No, I normally don't take a shower in my underwear. I'm just keeping them on for the video, but I'm going to take them off while I'm behind closed curtains. All right, so I'll be back in a few seconds. I'm still here, actually. So. And so continuing the practices all day long with the positive expectation, I will fully heal from the brain cancer. I will recover health. I will release the pain. I am worthy. I allow. I receive. I am grateful. So this is another way I like to do the cold showers, is by affirming positive affirmations in my mind as the body is experiencing the cold. And then also breathing too. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am embodied. I am empowered. Okay, now it's cold. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am embodied. Woo! I am empowered. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am embodied. I am empowered. It's a good practice for me to slow down the affirmation, to slow down the breathing. I don't always do the affirmation out loud when I'm in the cold shower. Often it's just in my mind, but so it's a good practice, which I am grateful to be able to do. Okay, I have a towel covering me, so to let you know. So hang with me a few more seconds. I gotta dry off. I am embodied. I am empowered. So, these are the practices that I'm doing. As Jocko Willink would say, or he might say, taking extreme ownership, but in a conscious way, like I said before. Whew. So I'm so grateful that I can stand on my own safely in the shower. The first time I was able to, I had to literally have my mom standing nearby in case I needed help. And this went on for a while. So now, I can do it on my own, and this is a blessing. I'll turn the camera around in a few seconds. So, thank you for your dealing with this shaky camera. Oh, so this is another one of my practices too. It's fifth foundational principle, which I will write about, but Spirit has given me the 11 foundational principles a few years ago. You could say I'm a master at not practicing the 11 foundational principles. the 11 foundational principles, like I said, I will write about. I don't want to get into them right now. But the fifth foundational principle has to do with starting now. Success now, feeling one's unique vibration now. Connecting with the finish point now, just as we are. Like the, yeah, I did take my underwear off, just so you know. Yeah, so I'm doing my best to practice foundational principle number 5. Starting now, success now, feeling one's unique vibration now, just as the situation is. And that was so good. I'm going there again. And again. And again. So, I am grateful to be here with you on this journey. Now, physically we're apart, but that's in the physical body. On the energetic realms, there is a deeper connection. So you're doing your part to release the old energies that aren't serving you. I'm doing my part to do the same in my own way. Like, I can do things Jocko Willem can't do. He could do things that I cannot do. So we each want to maximize our strengths, you could say, and improve our weaknesses, you could say. Like, what's the weakest link in your life? If you could improve that, it'll have a positive impact on all areas of your life. Even the camera is saying, yes, I think that is true. So, that's a good practice. Pain all day long, challenges. But like I said, there's so much goodness happening in my life, and I'm trying to sometimes I feel like, okay, we're at the finish line, except it's also the starting line of something else, a new reality. So there's no time for, like one of my teachers said, there's no style points right now. There's no, don't try to look pretty, just do it. That's what he told me. He said, no style points, Ethan, just do it. And I think that was a beautiful statement. So that's what I'm doing here. And I gotta do some other things. Took the cold shower. Oh yeah, the enema now. Gotta get ready for the enema. It's a big blessing. It's so amazing. It's really helping. So I've been focusing, like I said, on reducing inflammation in many ways through the diet, anti-inflammatory diet, as alkaline as a diet as I can, hydrating diet. For me personally, doing a ketogenic diet, but I'm doing a vegan ketogenic diet. Sometimes I have fish oil, but I found an oil that has the omega-3, 6, and 9 that's not fish oil, so I've been using that as well. Other than that, living foods vegan, that's what works for me right now. I've experimented with bone broth, experimented with veal that a friend, her boyfriend shot. Well, I think with an arrow, bow and arrow. So I'm experimenting. Basically, I'm trying to see what works. Like, I don't care if it's sticking my finger in my right ear and holding it here for 20 minutes a day. If that's going to help me heal the brain cancer and create an amazing life, then I'll do it. So I've been experimenting with different ways of eating and different supplements, and working with a functional medicine doctor who suggested the fish oil. And I experimented with the veal to see how that felt. Didn't feel good. And I'm using, it's called Livaplex. It's a liver supplement from, I don't know if it's from a cow or what. That's something my functional medicine doctor recommended as well. But other than that, living foods, vegan, as much hydration as possible. So I'm not eating foods that are dehydrated. I'm not eating cooked foods. I'm not eating foods that are very high in salt. I add some sea salt to food sometimes because that's good to do. So I'm trying to stay flexible and also stay disciplined on reducing the inflammation. Because right now, the inflammation is such a big issue in addition to the tumor regrowth. And maybe this will evolve into a different diet and lifestyle, but that's what it is now. So with that being said, I'm pretty exhausted, and I want to begin the enema and then begin the whole body care. And then I'm probably going to stand outside in the cold earth with bare feet, do some practices there, breathe in positive energy from the earth all the way into the tumor, and then exhale, grounding that energy, giving the earth my pain in the tumor and trusting that she can handle taking it. So I'm going to release the pain and give it to Mother Earth and give her gratitude. So that's my plan for today. And then I'm going to just continue the practices of releasing the old life and creating the new life and being of assistance to others in the E2 Affirmation Through the New Year Challenge live stream, where we declare, I am embodied. I am empowered. So we cultivate that good energy, a deep breath in, then exhaling and grounding that energy. And then we send that positive energy to somebody else in the group who shared their New Year's intention. So that's the E2 Affirmation Through the New Year Challenge that I've been facilitating. And that's every night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So that's going to feel amazing to do tonight. I've been offering some coaching sessions to people who have reached out. So while in the extreme pain, I'm doing what I can to create and to assist others. Sometimes I need to quite literally forget about everyone else and just lay down in pain and cry. And then that's what I do and just kind of go through that experience. And then as soon as I have the strength and energy, then use it for good. Made a piece of art for a friend and mailed it to her yesterday for Hanukkah. Hopefully she gets it soon. So yeah, thanks for joining me in this E2 update and affirmation. Oh yeah, now the E2 affirmation. You can join me if you'd like. This is how I do it. I am embodied. I am empowered. I am embodied. I am empowered. Then I do at least 3 rounds. I am embodied. I am empowered. And may you be as well. Ethan E2, wishing you well.